Alright, hello everyone and welcome. What a day it's been so far already. Phil here on the stream. It is Friday, May 27th, 2016. And had a lot of problems today getting stuff working. A lot of technical issues. Things crashing left and right. Internet blipping in and out. And that's why we got a late start and there's not many people on the stream because there's been a ton of issues getting everything set up and worked out here. So I apologize for that in advance. The bottom line is this. Today we're playing Super Mario Maker. I'm going to be playing it for around 3 to 3.5 hours. I'm going to say 3 since it looks like we're going to have a few minutes late start here. Checking out all the user-created content that's been put into the game over the past 8 months. If you remember, I played Super Mario Maker way back when it was released in September of 2015, and I played it into like 2 major sessions really. I loved it. I loved the creativity that some people had. They made stages that were like that Mario Kart, stages that had Zelda, stages that had stuff from other games, Mega Man, stages that were incredibly challenging, that were reminiscent of games like Super Meat Boy, and stages that just had all kinds of fun stuff. It was a great experience trying out all of the user-created stuff that was out within the first couple of weeks of Super Mario Maker. Alright? But I haven't had a chance to go back and check it out. As you know, what happened was all new games started coming out. It was the hardcore gaming season. Ridiculous amount of new releases at the end of the year. And then, even, you know, a slower January. But in January, I was doing all the year-end recap series, my countdowns, my Game of the Year awards, and stuff like that. And then in February, boom, it got super busy again. Like, there was so many new releases throughout February, March, April, May, that it's just been non-stop, boom, boom, boom. And I haven't had a chance to go back and check out Mario Maker, which is a shame because it's actually one of the few games that I've specifically held on to in order to go back and play later on. So, I've heard that many things have been added to the game. In fact, people in the stream chat right now are chatting about it. Red coins, checkpoints, keys for locked doors. Apparently, all kinds of new stuff has been added to the game, new elements. That's cool. We're going to check that out for the first time today because I've, again, been away. I've been totally oblivious to it. And the bottom line is, today is the perfect day to do this. Because right now, the only other thing really going on is Overwatch, and I've been playing a hell of a lot of that game this week. In fact, I've been playing it so much, I have a whole batch of videos from yesterday that I didn't even upload yet, because I didn't want to overflow my DSPGaming channel with a ridiculous amount of Overwatch. I figure I'd save up a bunch and spread them out. Okay. So, yeah, I said, I got some downtime. What can I do? And I said, well, one thing I definitely want to do is Super Mario Maker. And the other thing that I want to do is continue on with Persona 3. So for those of you who've been waiting for more Persona 3, if you could believe it, Sunday I'm actually streaming it. I haven't streamed Persona 3 in months. And this Sunday it returns to live stream. I have no idea if we're going to get any kind of significant viewership, but I don't care. I don't care. I want to continue on with the game. So that's going to be Sunday. So, I'll give you a brief summary of what to expect in the next few days. I'll very briefly discuss the tech difficulties we had. And then maybe a couple quick plugs, and then we'll get started here. Okay? So, today, Super Mario Maker here live on the stream. That'll be a lot of fun. Those videos will be uploaded when the stream ends to DSPGaming. Tonight, I'll be working on a video and or videos for KO Gaming. It's going to be basically tips and tricks and some things that I've discovered about Overwatch. Playing the game this week and also playing the beta earlier this month, I have a lot of, I believe, strategies and or information that I could relay to my viewers that would help them when they attempt to play the game. In fact, it's funny, I've a few people that were playing the game with me yesterday were talking about how I've been playing with Symmetra. And a lot of people don't know how to play with her. They're trying to figure it out, and they can't figure it out. And I figured out some pretty good strategies with her. So, you know, there's a lot of knowledge, things I've learned about. Like the character May that I played with yesterday a bunch. Some things that I've learned in regards to different game modes and how to be effective in these game modes and stuff like that. I think I'm going to make a video about all this tonight. And that'll go live on KO Gaming. That's youtube.com/KO Gaming 1. Which, by the way, finally, the popularity is dying down. You know, the one video that went viral over the past week, the Homefront the Revolution review now, is almost a week. It's a week and a half old. Not many people are viewing it anymore. Although it's funny, it's still getting thousands and thousands of views a day, which is crazy because it went viral on YouTube. And I'm still getting, you know, hundreds of new subscribers on KO Gaming every day. But I figure what I'll do is I'll try to consistently put at least 1 or 2 videos up on that channel every week so that I can continue to get people to be engaged on that channel. You know, right now I put up a review not even 2 days ago for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan, and it's already gotten over 14,000 views. That's way more than I used to get. You know, I was making videos on that channel that were getting 3,000 to 4,000 views for hours and hours of work. So I'm happy that finally that kind of stuff is getting appreciated. And I'm pretty excited because I like to do that kind of video, but it needs to be worth my while to put in that amount of time. And if I can keep getting this kind of viewership, you know, 10, 15,000 views every edited video, then it's well worth it. So, check it out if you haven't. KO Gaming, it's a great channel. There's going to be a lot more fun content on there soon, okay? Tomorrow, I'm going to do one more major Overwatch stream. It's going to be tomorrow, around 3 to 3.5 hours of Overwatch. And that's going to be my final kind of major round of it for now. I'm not saying that I'm dropping it completely. I'm saying that right now, you know, I've got other stuff coming up this week that I need to focus on. And then I'm taking some time off. So it'll basically be kind of the last hurrah, major session of Overwatch. I may squeeze in more gameplay this coming week, but more than likely it'll be like offline, later on in the day kind of gameplay rather than a main stream, okay? And Sunday is when I'm returning to Persona 3, FYI. I will be doing a 3 to 3.5 hour stream of Persona 3 right here. So you can come back and check that out, alright? Now, Monday is up in the air, and here's why I say this. CD Projekt Red, you know, a month or two ago, when they announced the release date of their upcoming Witcher 3 DLC, Blood and Wine, they said that it was coming out on June 30th, May 30th. This was the big thing. It was in all the press releases. They said May 30th, May 30th, May 30th. And I said, okay, and I put it on my calendar, May 30th. Well, someone messaged me last night. They said, Phil, you realize that the DLC is not available till the 31st on PSN, right? And I'm like, well, then why did they announce it as May 30th? Why would they do that? Why would they say it's one thing and then not do it? So, Monday's up in the air, dependent on when it actually releases. I was planning on playing The Witcher 3 DLC on Monday. And, you know, doing it on stream and maybe balancing it with some Overwatch or something else. But now I don't know what I'm doing Monday because I don't know when the hell this DLC is actually releasing. Okay? Now, here's the thing about this coming week. It's pretty crazy, alright? So, Hitman Episode 3 is releasing on Tuesday. This is official. It's officially been announced. Apparently, over the course of this weekend, we're going to get a definitive answer on whether or not there's another Street Fighter V expansion. And if there is, I obviously want to play it. As you know, I've covered the first 2 DLC characters for Street Fighter V, Alex and Guile. I had a lot of fun playing with those characters. And if there's a new one, the rumor is it's going to be Balrog, the boxer. I want to play with him this week. But there's no confirmation officially that he is releasing or not. Apparently, we're supposed to get that confirmation over this weekend, but the rumors are very strong that it is going to happen, okay? So if that happens, I'm definitely doing that this week. So, just to put it in perspective, Witcher 3 DLC, Hitman Episode 3, and a strong possibility of a Street Fighter V expansion. Oh, by the way, on this coming Friday, I'm doing my indie game marathon, thanks to patrons from the month of April. And that's going to be an all-day event, so that whole day is already occupied. And that's it, because after that, starting on Saturday, June 4th, I'm taking a little bit of time off to prepare for the arrival of my parents. What I'm actually going to be doing on June 4th is cleaning my whole damn house, scrubbing the living shit out of it, everything. You know, the bathrooms, the floors, the countertops, all the stuff that when you live in you know, somewhere, you don't necessarily always clean it all the time. You know, every once in a while you will, but it's not something frequent. Now that my parents are visiting, I said, I got to make this house nice and clean. Because number one, it's nice to go to a nice clean house when you go on a trip. And number two, because my mom, I'll be honest, is a little bit of a neat freak. And if I don't clean this house, she will clean it for me, which I don't want her to do. She's older, and I don't want her going around trying to scrub countertops and shit, because that's how she is. So I have to clean the living shit out of the house on that Saturday, and my parents arrive on Sunday the 6th. Excuse me, the 5th. So there's not going to be any consistent new gameplay of, any kind of streaming starting on June 4th. Now, I've already talked about this in a separate video. I definitely recommend that you check on my YouTube channel, The King of Hate Vlogs. I made a whole video about their visit, okay, explaining all the details. But the bottom line is there's one new release that week. It's Mirror's Edge Catalyst, and I am going to play it. I'm going to probably do 2 or 3 live streams of it that week, but that's going to be the extent of really what's going on that week. You're not going to see a lot of live streaming or gameplay that whole week, because my parents will be here, and we're going to be doing a lot of stuff like fixing the walls in Leanna's office and then painting it, and we've got some toilet repairs to do, but also we're going to go around doing stuff here in Washington. We've already got a couple dinners planned out that we're going to go to, and my mom wants to cook. She's going to cook her homemade lasagna, and so there's a lot of stuff that we're going to do together during the course of the week. Now, the good news is that even though there won't be the regular amount of gameplay that week, I will make an effort to do stuff on social media, maybe take some pictures, post them up on my Instagram and my Twitter, and maybe do some vlogging that I'll put up on the King of Hate Vlogs of stuff that we're doing during the week. So at least you'll have something to watch. It certainly won't be as in-depth and as frequent as I usually do, but I do want to put some stuff up for you so that way you're not left hanging, okay? And then once my parents leave later that week, then it's E3. So you're going to see all kind of coverage of E3. Like I usually do, I'll be watching the press conferences. I'll be doing my coverage of the press conferences, my summary videos like I always do. Okay? And that'll be for a few days during E3 week, as I assume I'll be continuing Mirror's Edge Catalyst. And I'll be honest here, I'll probably still be playing The Witcher 3 DLC because I've heard it's 30 hours long. And balancing all the stuff I'm doing this week, there's no possible way that I'm going to be able to finish that and do all the other stuff this week. So I get the feeling those will be the continuing projects for the middle of June. Late June, we've got No Man's Sky if it actually releases. I actually believe that there is another Mighty Number 9, which everyone is up in arms about. Mighty Number 9 releases later this month, or later that month, excuse me. There's Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens, which I'll be attempting to do some co-op with Leanna in. It's going to be tough because now she has a job, a day job. You know, she works during the days. So I'm going to have to balance that with other stuff. I'm sure we may have, as I've said, more Street Fighter V. There may be a lot of stuff going on in June. I get the feeling late June is going to be super packed. In fact, someone just told me there was another release date that was for late June, and I didn't write it down, so I'm sure there's stuff I'm missing here. I'll have to see. The bottom line is E3 month usually is super busy because E3, a bunch of stuff gets announced. And I get the feeling there'll be a ton of things that just release out of nowhere in June because of E3. That happens every year now, okay? And then July and August are going to be super slow. I'll have more info on those as we approach them. But yeah, July and August are supposed to be like really freaking slow months with not a lot of releases. So I'm going to plan something for the summer, some events and stuff that I want to do, okay? Alright, so I've talked a lot. And I want to get started with gameplay. Unfortunately, this is not only my hobby, it's also my business, so I have to do a few gratuitous plugs and then we can begin. Okay? Number one. Thank you for watching this live stream, or if you're watching this video on demand on YouTube, please spread the word if you enjoy what you see. Please give it a like if you're watching this on YouTube or, you know, whatever, and you enjoy the content. It helps. Word of mouth and giving likes helps a lot, okay? Number two, please follow me on social media. They call me DSP on Twitter. They call me DSP on Instagram. You wouldn't have even known that there were issues with the stream chat today if you didn't follow me on social media. So that's why you get information every single moment on things going on with my streams and my schedule. Every day I post up a schedule update, and if things change, that's where I post up all that information. Plus, I share a lot of stuff with my viewing audience on there. So definitely it behooves you to follow me on Twitter and social media, alright? There's other ways that you can help to allow me to continue to be successful. One is using the Amazon Associate link in the description of every video and live stream. If you click on that link and you live in the United States and you go shopping on Amazon as usual, I get some credit for it. So thank you to those of you who have actually done that already. I appreciate that. There's also Patreon at patreon.com/DarksidePhil. There's only 4 days left in this month, ladies and gentlemen. 4 days left for you to pledge to my Patreon. Right now, the things that the special goal that people are pledging towards is a multiplayer event that I'm going to hold in early July. That will be for multiple games, including Overwatch, Doom, Uncharted 4, Street Fighter 5, probably Rocket League, and more than likely Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. It's an opportunity to play these games with me in a controlled environment where we don't have chaotic people trying to join and troll and do stupid shit. So I hope we hit the goal. We're very close right now. In addition to just hitting a goal, you also get personal perks for your pledges, such as getting verbal and text thank yous in my videos. You can also get a private Q&A video made, lots of stuff. All the details are at patreon.com/DarksidePhil. I'm incredibly appreciative of the 200 or so people who are current pledges there, and basically allow me to continue doing this full time, because it is a giant supplementary amount of income that I get every single month that allows me to pay my bills and do YouTube full time. So thank you to those who have pledged. If you like what you see here, you want to see this free content come out every single day, please consider pledging. Alright everyone, that is it. That's the gratuitous plugs. It is now time to begin with Super Mario Maker, okay? So thank you for being patient. I apologize for the technical difficulties that made me start late. Now it's time to start with fun gameplay, and I hope that you enjoy. Here we go.